should keep it like this, but I actually don't want to keep it like this. It would be really fun to have this sort of wraparound U-shaped table, but that's not what I'm gonna do. So this is what I've come up with for my new workbench slash gaming table. I had a few stipulations for it. It had to be bigger than my last one, big enough to play some real games on, and it had to have a whole bunch of storage. It also had to be quick. I didn't want to build some fancy thing. So I made use of these 2 Bror workbenches. They're IKEA. I had them in my basement already. They're a little bit taller than a normal table. They got these big open shelves for storage. And originally I was just gonna put 2 of those and then a sheet of plywood on top. But then I realized, well, I could utilize this front face here and get one of the matching Bror drawer systems and have a whole bunch more storage. So bigger items like the Proxon and its accessories can go in the open shelves, and smaller stuff can go in these drawers. I'm actually really happy and excited about this. Before I drop the plywood on top, I want to add some support bracing here. I don't think it actually needs it because I got 3/4 inch plywood and that'll span this no problem. But when I bolted these together, just because of the way they're made and like the little protrusions of screws and stuff, it caused this side to close in a little bit too much, which isn't a big deal, but I can fix that, get it square, and make it nice and sturdy at the same time by adding some braces. So right here, it's 33.5, and then here it's 33 1/8. So we're gonna even that out. 33.5. Pretty happy about having this tool chest inside now. Previously it was in my shed. This is a lot more convenient and definitely will be more convenient when it's winter and -30. And we'll make one more. Perfect. Do that there. Yeah, I can drive some screws through the metal there. There you go. Oh, I'm stupid. Why is it so low? It should be flush with this. I'm not paying attention. Okay. What a dum-dum. This is what happens when I build stuff while trying to film it. That's better. I don't want to arbitrarily put this other one. I actually ordered a metal under desk, like shallow drawer, so I can mount it here for like, you know, just small hand tools like knives and stuff like that. But it's not going to be here for a couple days. And I want to make sure that the other bracket is placed in the right spot so that when I go to screw it on, it's where I want it to be. So let's see if I can find the measurements on the interwebs. Oh man, there's nothing worse than when manufacturers put in decimal inches. So dumb. Anyway, it's 9.45 inches, also known as 9.5 inches. 1.5 inches back, 9.5 inches back, X. Now I gotta get the plywood inside and down the stairs by myself, which is gonna be a pain because it's 3/4 inch birch, pretty heavy. Okay. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? This is 3/4 inch. The plywood on the tops of these is 1/2 inch. So you got 1.25 inches. I guess I will use 1 inch screws. That should be safe deep enough to not come through the top, but still be strong. Make sure I got 2 on these corners to start. 2. 1. 2. 2. I don't want to glue anything because I want to be able to disassemble this and change it in the future if I decide to. Need something a little longer to go through these 2x4s though. 1.5 inches plus 3/4 is 2 1/4. So like a 2-inch screw. Inch doesn't line up. Do I have any 2-inch screws? Oh, what's this? Perfect. Now that's a good crafting table. I gotta break these corners and I don't know if I wanna just hit them with some sandpaper or be a little more of a keener. Don't want a rounded edge. Just 45. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So you see, this is why I said I didn't want to move stuff into shelves as I install the shelves, because I knew there'd still be plenty of dust being made in here before I'm done. Beautiful. So I think this is a really great size for both gaming and hobbying on. It's a nice tall table. Be good for working, standing up, and for playing games. The one downside, if there is one, is that any of my office chairs I have are gonna end up being too short to use it, but I ordered myself a drafting chair, and I think that'll be worth it. Got tons of storage. That's so good, especially once I get that drawer in here. Black and pine, a really winning combination.